thought this is the best way to show my diversity as a competent communicator. So let me take you back to 2010. Two 17-year-old girls, and we're extremely excited about the prospect of going on holiday tomorrow. My parents, along with my friend and I, are off to Barbados. The night before, we're hurriedly excited, packing our cases, chit-chatting to the early hours of the morning. Before we know it, it's an early start and we're off to Gatwick Airport. We're on board the plane and it's eerily quiet for an April holiday.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. My name is Jeff Hughes and I will be your captain on board this British Airways flight. We are going to be cruising over the Atlantic, cruising at about 35,000 feet for 9.5 hours. There will be a little headwind, so please do keep your seatbelts fastened and visible throughout the flight so as not to be disturbed. We do wish you a very pleasant flight, so please sit back, relax, and I will be in touch later in the flight.
We landed in Barbados 9 hours later, only to be greeted by the really warm, cosy sun and the laid-back Rastafarians. We went over to Coral Reef, and this was going to be our apartment for the next week. And this is where we met our housekeeper, Grace. I remember she came in one morning. She was so lovely, bubbly, and welcome. She said, "Good morning, baby girl. How are you today?" That hair of yours, that natural?" I said, yeah, it's natural." "That can't be your mum. That not your mum. She got to be your sister." I said, no, that's my mum. "Her skin's so fresh." So it's fair to say Mum was a real fan of Grace. We spent most of the holiday chilling out by the beach, doing water sports, girly chat. It was just fantastic. And down at the beach, this is where we met the Rastas, Tony and Rafi. I remember they came sauntering over to us with their beer bottle in hand. They said, "Wagwan, baby girls, wagwan." And we're like, what? Wagwan. "You want to go on a jet ski? Tell Daddy. I take you on a jet ski. Very careful, very careful." I thought, what? So I went to Dad. "Dad, can we go on the jet skis with the Rastas?" "Aye, that'll be right." We did actually get on the jet skis with the Rastas. We had a great time. And to say the holiday was going well would be an understatement. It was fantastic. Until the day before we're set to leave. We heard this news bulletin. "This is CNN News, reporting live from Iceland. There has been an eruption, a volcanic eruption, sending 20,000 feet of ash into the sky. Flights have been grounded across Europe, the UK, and North America." I couldn't believe it. The volcano that erupted, remember? 2010, Iceland, volcanic eruption. We were stranded in Barbados for 3 days. It was actually looking more like to be a week, and Mum and Dad were in dire straits. They were thinking, no way, this can't be happening. Lisa and I were like, this is fantastic. We've got exams in 2 weeks. This is amazing. We actually have a reason to say we can't do our exams. So we all have those in-family travel agents, you know, the ones who are always organising the flights and the hotels and stuff. So we've got Uncle Norman. Dad's on the phone to Uncle Norman. "Norman, you need to get us home. You need to get us home." I'm like, why? Why, Dad? So he came up with this plan to get us on a propeller plane to Costa Rica, wait for 5 hours, and take the first transatlantic flight to Madrid, okay? 3 days after we'd been told we can't fly, because Madrid was the only hub that was open in Europe. Nothing north of Madrid was open, so we couldn't fly home. We were going to have to take train, bus, car, back to Scotland. Landed in Madrid, and Dad says, "Lynn, you speak Spanish. You speak Spanish." All right. My best Spanish accent, I said, "Hola, ¿puedo tener 4 entradas, por favor, a París? ¿Cartonar?" "Sí, no hay problema, señorita." So that's fine. We had 4 tickets up to Paris, which was the central hub for all the trains. Only this was a 12-hour journey. So we got to Barcelona 6 hours in. We were a bit tired and decided to spend the night there before finishing the monster journey up into Paris the next day. When we arrived there was swarms of people in this train station, honestly, swarms of people just crawling, sprawling around the whole of the train station, up the escalators, down the corridors, bags, babies, people pushing each other everywhere. It was just a mass of people. And so we were tired, we were exhausted, we just wanted home. My dad went up to the French assistant and said, you know the accent that your parents do when they're abroad and they're just like, think they're being foreign and like just speak normally? How do I get the Eurostar to Scotland? How do I get when the next Eurostar to Scotland? Bonjour, monsieur. The queue, 3 days, you have to wait. This did not go down with the impatient Scotsman. 3 days we were going to have to wait in the queue to get a ticket home, just to get to London. So he said, girls, don't wait, you just wait there, I'll be back in 10 minutes. True to his word, 10 minutes later, came back with 4 tickets on the Eurostar back to London. Dad, how did you do that? He's like, don't worry, just come on, let's go. So we're hurried through this train station, like hurried little school children, shooed through the security and on to the train carriage, which was half empty. We're sitting there, we're thinking, people are queuing for 3 days and we're on a train carriage that we expected to be packed, but was basically empty. Pulled away from the station, no problems. Everybody on the train had paid a different price for their ticket. Total farce. Anyway, got to London and we're still 6 hours from home. Felt safe because we were on UK soil, but still had another 6-hour train journey to Edinburgh. And it really wasn't until we got into Edinburgh Waverley that we started to feel a lot calmer and safer, and things became put back into reality really quickly when the guy on the platform in Scotland said, the next train for Aberdeen from platform 2 leaving in 10 minutes. That's the next train for Aberdeen leaving in 10 minutes. We just travelled for 4 days. We were sleep deprived, we were hungry, and we just wanted our own beds. And this guy's bloody worried about the Aberdeen train or something like that. So anyway, put back into perspective. And I think the moral of the story is that if you're faced with adversity and people say the queue is 3 days long and they tell you can't get home from Barbados or wherever you are in the world, maybe just ask again, find a different route, and you might find that there's a better way. And the second part, and the moral of this story, is that if you happen to be in Barbados and it just so happens a volcano erupts whilst you're there, just take my advice. Go to the beach and chill with the Rastas.